Hi everyone, this is Fagun Shah from Integration Lab. I am a freelancer who do no code automations using tools like Public Connect and Zapier and some other tools like ActiveCampaign as well, right? So today we are going to learn something about no code automations, right? So we will start with something called what is automation. Just keep in mind that this is a whole series on the automation. So we will start with the basic of automations, how they can help you, what kind of tools are available, and then we will move to a tool called Public Connect in the end, right? So let's start with the automation. So let's see the Wikipedia definition of automation, right? So according to Wikipedia, automation describes a wide range of technologies that reduce human intervention in the processes. Human intervention is reduced by predetermining decision criteria, sub-process relationship, and related actions, and embodying those predetermination in the machines, right? So the according to Wikipedia definition and our definition of automation, if you are already in no code automation space, you know that it is a very different thing, right? So what is automation for us? So basically for us, the automation is to sending data from one application to another application and trying to integrate them, trying to automate our day-to-day processes, right? For us, the automation is that, and that definition is completely fine. That is the correct definition, and if you follow even that definition, you will go through all the no code automation very fine. Okay, you won't face any issue related to anything, right? We are not going to use any actual real life robots. Instead of that, we are going to build automations using workflows which will send data, which will take data from one application and send data to another application, and that way we will be able to reduce our human effort, right? Which takes us to our next point, which is what are the benefits of automation in business and personal life, right? So if we see that, so the first one is less human error. So if someone is doing anything, then there are chances that there will be some kind of errors. If you are copy pasting some things from one Excel sheet to another Excel sheet, there are chances that you might make a mistake, right? But let's suppose some kind of machine is doing it, computer is doing that on its own, then there is no error in that, right? Because computer is always like, give this input and it will give you the perfect output, right? So less human error if you implement the automation using no code tools in your day-to-day life or business, right? And that will also please your clients as well, that your staff is not making that much mistakes, right? Second is cost effective. So just imagine like you are spending like $15 per hour for a VA, or maybe $10 per hour for a VA, right? And the cost of that is huge if you calculate for whole month, right? And let's suppose they are the only thing they are doing is like printing the addresses and mailing the letters to the client, right? Now imagine if you do the same thing via automation, that whenever a new row with a address, name, mobile number and email is added to a Google sheet, and the letter should be sent automatically to client to their that particular address, then just imagine how much time your VA will save and how much money it will save for you as a business owner, right? So it is very important that we save so much cost via automation as well, right? Third one is instant. So most of the time I have seen like in the old office, people who don't use automation, and when I go on a first call with a client, I ask them, how do you generate reports? So they say that our VA will go to a particular Google sheet or Excel sheet, they will filter it out the data, and then they will copy that data to another Google sheet and then send it to our email or our WhatsApp or our Telegram channel, whatever that team is using, right? But that is, again, that will only be possible if the person do that on time, right? And you can't get the data immediately. Like, you need to give a command to a person that please do that, and after that it will take some time for that person to achieve that task, right? But in automation space, it is just a one click of button, right? You run the report and you get the report immediately in a PDF format, in Excel format, whichever format you want, right? That takes us to the next point, that no copy paste, right? Copy paste can have mistakes, it takes times as well, so we will reduce the copy paste. Actually zero copy paste. If any software has automation capability, then there is no need for doing copy paste things, right? Another thing, set it and forget it. Let's suppose if you teach someone in your team to do some kind of thing, and they leave the office after 6 months or 1 year, then you need to teach the same thing to your next employee as well, right? You cannot like set it and forget it. You also need to check the quality of the work as well, right? But in automation, you do the setup one time, you do the testing one time, and then it is just going to run in on its own. And if it runs into any error, it will inform you on its own side, right? It will inform you that please check this error, right? So set it and forget it. Next one, data sharing between apps. So not all the application gives you like inbuilt integration, so in that case you need to use some third party tools like Zapier, Public Connect, Integromat, those kind of tools, right? And that is because we are going to do a data sharing. For example, whenever payment is done in Stripe, it should be the person should be enrolled into your LMS system, right? Now Stripe cannot integrate with all the LMS in the world, but any LMS which is launching their product in the market can create an API. So whenever a payment is done in Stripe, you can capture it in a no code automation platform and send it that data to your LMS platform and create a student first, then enroll them into a course, right? So that is called data sharing between apps. Next one is better customer service. Now because of automation, you can set up on the go things like chatbots as well, right? Some kind of forms as well. So whenever someone like submit a form, they should that data should be received in no code platform, automation platform, and it should process it and return back the answer, right? So customer can have multiple better service endpoints as well from your team, right? Next one is better alert system. So in human case, there are chances they might make some mistake and they won't inform you as a boss, right? Because they might fear that a boss will scold us or something like that. But in automation, whenever it runs into any kind of error, it will inform you on its own. It will tell you the exact error as well, like what exactly went wrong. So you just need to click on that link, you can go there and just re-execute it, or just set up the workflow or tweak the workflow in a way that it doesn't run into error next time. Okay, next one is productivity increase. Because of automation, you will be able to free your manual hours, so you will be able to spend more time with your family, friends and other things, right? Also it is cost effective, so you can also spend more money as well with your friends and family, right? So overall productivity increase, you will be able to do other work. For example, if you are running a online course, then you will be able to focus on your course, right? Your course content. You don't need to think much of if the student is enrolled on time in the LMS or not, right? So that will increase your productivity a lot. So these are the benefits. What is the con of this particular automation? So there are already no code automation tools available in the market, but the only con is that there is a small learning curve you need to go through before you master that, right? And yeah, that is the learning curve we are going to go through during this particular video series, right? So I hope that it will help you, right? And let's move to next one. So next one is types of automations. So which kind of automations you have? So now you have heard about automation, you will have many ideas can I scrape my whole Facebook group and save everything into Google Sheet? Can I scrape my Facebook group email address of participant or not, right? And everything. You have like crazy ideas about automation. So can I scrape my local area Google Maps or not, right? So there are different type of automations. So first one is coding based, like you learn Python or JavaScript and you do some kind of automation using coding, proper coding, right? So for that you need to first learn the coding and then implement it, right? So that is a very time taking process and the learning curve is very high. Next one is called RPA, which is full form is robotic process automation, and RPA is basically something like a robot, but a robot inside the computer. How? So let's suppose you want to set up an automation like that. It should open this website, then it should click on a particular button called button A, then click on button B, then button C, or maybe it should fill out the form and click on submit button, right? So that kind of automations are called RPA. RPA can do official and unofficial API, both kind of automations, but again the learning curve is much bigger than no code automation but smaller than coding based automations. Okay, next one is web scraping. So as I said, like you want to scrape Amazon listings or Google map scraping or something like that, right? There are particular tools available for that, like Artila, TextAU and other things. So that is called web scraping. It depends what is like kind of tool you are using. It can be a node to code tool as well, right? Next one is mechanical automation, like you have seen the robots in Tesla factory, right? Obviously. So mechanical automation is the next one, which we are never going to touch in this particular video series. Okay, the next and the final one which we are going to learn in this particular video series is no code automation using official APIs. So all the above one are not included in this video series, and only this one is included, and we will do the automations which are actually allowed by software itself. For example, Stripe let to you do the automation to capture the new incoming payment, right, in your software or in your public connect, right, and then you can redirect those details to other softwares, right? So that is possible because Stripe has an API and webhook. Okay, now what is API and what is webhook, we will learn about those in next one or two videos max to max, right? So basically anything which has an API or a webhook, the integration is possible, should be possible inside public connect. Okay, so whenever, keep this in mind, this is the most important part of this video, whenever you want to integrate any platform inside public connect, which is the name of the tool which we are going to learn next, right, you need to check if the platform has a API or webhook. Okay, if yes, then do they have that documentation publicly available or not? Okay, if yes for that as well, then yeah, you can connect that inside public connect, even if that is not already available inside public connect, it is not already set up by public connect developer team. Okay, so the integration requirement for no code automation tool called public connect is that trigger or action application, the application or software needs to have a API or webhooks available. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you, and in the next video we are going to move forward regarding basics of automation, right, and then we will move on to public connect. Thank you very much.